I'm sorry, I don't speak sign language, so you'll have to tell me what she said, because it looked like she was talking to me. So if you're talking, I also can't hear you either. Are you talking to me?
Naomi here speaking. So hello, my name is Naomi Shanneman, and I'm one of the interpreters. I was wondering because on my job assignment it says that we will be meeting with an attorney, Maria Wood. Is she joining with you today? Will you be working with her, or is this just you alone?
Oh, no, yes, you'll meet with the client, Tanisha Vasquez, will meet with Attorney Wood. But I'm here to introduce you to the client, who I think is in the waiting room, so we'll ask her to come on in a moment.
Okay.
Introduce you, because I assume you're gonna wanna talk to her or whatever. You've never met her before. That's what I was told, is that you've never met her before.
Yes, please.
So you'll have an opportunity to talk with her, and then, I'm not gonna make Attorney Wood waste her time with that. She'll come on, when you're ready. When you tell me you're ready, I'll ask her to pop on.
Okay.
Okay, so just, let me know. If, she probably can't hear me talking, right? If Tanisha's here, can Tanisha come on? Tanisha Vasquez, Ms. Vasquez, so that you can meet your interpreting team? Are you here? Oh, there you are. Hi, Tanisha. We can see, yes.
Yes, one moment while we interpret. Yes, we can see you now.
Okay. I wanted to introduce myself.
If you don't mind, one moment, please. Host, would you mind permitting us to multi-pin? And we're taking just one moment to make sure that Ms. Vasquez can see the appropriate interpreter. If you don't mind just giving us a moment for that.
Everybody should be able to multi-pin now.
One moment, let's make sure that Ms. Vasquez is able to see the interpreter and knows how to multi-pin. If you'll just give us one moment. Our interpreter Naomi is explaining the technology behind finding the three dots and enabling multi-pin. So, okay, it looks like we're well connected.
Is everybody technology happy? We're all good? Tanisha Vasquez, you can see who you need to see before I call in Attorney Wood. I'm sorry, I haven't even introduced myself. I'm Kathy Blank. I'm Attorney Wood's assistant. I'm the paralegal here. I was here to introduce you to your team of the signer folks, and
Ms. Vasquez is saying yes, I can see everybody clearly.
Okay, because remember the last time we met? That was so long ago, because this case has been going on a long time. That was before we all had to meet on Zoom, remember? So this is our first Zoom meeting with Attorney Wood, even though you met Attorney Wood before. This is our first time trying to do it this way, so thank you for your patience.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is new to me. I'm still getting used to everything. Mm-hmm.
Okay, are you good? Because I at this point, if everybody is good, are the interpreters good, the signers? You know what, you're good, you're all ready to go forward, because I'll call Attorney Wood.
Yes, we are set. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Attorney Wood, if you would come on at this point, I'll let you take it away. And Attorney Wood, you do have another client after this, so I'll be letting you know when that client's in the waiting room, and you have about 15 minutes left to your appointment with Ms. Vasquez, and then you can just wrap it up, and then I'll let you know that there's that other appointment ready for you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. I'll let you do your thing.
Okay. Hi, Tanisha. How are you?
Oh, it's hard to see. I don't know where you are. And
Okay,
Interpreter Naomi is taking a moment to clarify some settings. If you just give her a moment to clarify how to do that on the technology, would that be okay with you?
that's fine.
Thank you. And so we're just talking about adding a second pin to the screen so that she'll be able to see you as well as the interpreter Naomi.
Okay.
Okay, now I see you. Great.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi. Tanisha, if you'll recall from the last time we meet, sometimes I speak faster than the interpreters can interpret. So I would ask both you and the interpreters to ask me to slow down or to ask me to stop if you don't understand something. Is that okay?
Yep. Okay. I'll do that.
Okay.
And I'm not really concerned about it. It looks good.
Okay, all right. So, we're here today because there's been a lot that's been going on in your case. A lot of things that I need to find out your perspective on, and also for me to explain what's going on with your court process. So I'll start with you. How are your children and how often do you get to see them?
I'm able to go visit them at my cousin's place. I am able to see them. They seem to be happy and well. And, just it's emotional to see them. I want them to come home. I do want them back with me.
And are you seeing them once a week like DCF is required to do?
Yeah, it depends on accessibility through transportation, though. That continues to be a problem. Sometimes there'll be an appointment at the same time, and I'm not able to make it.
How often do you meet with your DCF social worker?
I'm always meeting with them. They're contacting me all the time. They're all up in my business. I feel like I almost need a little space from them.
Right.
But I know I have to as part of the services, and I'm going to do it. But yeah.
Okay. Have they explained to you that they are asked that we're going to go to court for a trial at this point?
Well, it's because I don't agree with them wanting to remove my children from me. I don't really understand all the details and everything that's happening, no, but I don't want to have my children taken. And anytime I see them, it's usually there's problems with getting the interpreter, or I don't really understand what's happening or what they're communicating to me.
And now we will step out of our roles.
Okay.
So at this point, I'm going to facilitate question and answer.
Just a moment, Kat, just to make sure Kelly Net can see Kelly Decker, the interpreter. So just a moment. I think we might need to release some pins and rearrange the screen here for a moment.
So I wanted to thank everybody for participating in our first ever Zoom mock scenario, Project Climb. So awesome. I would love to, yes. Oh, wait. Woo, the sweat pouring off you. So I would love to give the interpreter team a chance to talk first about what that felt like for them. And then I would love to invite Tanny Vanny. And I was just letting Tanny Vanny know she can change her name back to her real name on her Zoom screen. And then I would love to invite Kelly Nett and Attorney Wood to share their experiences, comments, thoughts, feedback, anything like that that they would like to just talk about how it felt for them. So let's start with the interpreter team. If the team wants to talk about how it was for you.
So this is Carrie. It sort of more or less felt like everyday work that I do pretty much on the regular. Naomi and I do this work frequently. We're experienced interpreters, particularly on Zoom. So, you know, this was basically a one-on-one conversation that felt very comfortable for me as an interpreter. However, Naomi and I have never worked together as an interpreting team before. So that sort of just took a moment to kind of coalesce, and hopefully it did. I mean, I think it worked pretty well. Naomi and I, before the session, did get together and prep about, you know, how we would work together, what Naomi needed, what I needed, how we could best successfully provide an interpretation, how to split the roles. So I think it went pretty well. I think we followed, you know, our prep session discussions. That's about it for me. Naomi, do you have anything? So this is Naomi. I would agree with Carrie. Actually, even just today, half the day, I was interpreting a TPR trial, something very similar to what we just did here. You know, the same level of emotional involvement and, you know, things that were at stake, similar here as what I did today. And so this actually is the first time I've been able to see my team counterpart on Zoom. Typically, we use two different devices, perhaps in a second platform or just two separate screens. And that could be through Google Meet or FaceTime or something like that. And so I could see Kelly Nett a little confused seeing two people on the screen signing at the same time, but I think we were able to work it out. I thought I would try a multi-pin, see how it would work. Some court clerks aren't exactly willing to share co-host privileges, so it may not work in every situation, but it looks like it did work out this evening.
Did Kelly Nett or Attorney Wood want to add anything? What your experience was?
So this is Kelly Nett. It was an interesting experience. Not only, you know, acting, you know, I, on a personal level, work with a number of clients that are very similar to what I was just acting as. I work in an independent living center. So I'm trying to remember like what their experiences were, what, you know, clients that I've worked with, what their stories are. And I'm also hard of hearing myself. So I'm able actually to hear some of the feedback that came through the session here. So that was interesting. But once I was in role, I was able to get in role and understand working with a deaf interpreter. I mean, oftentimes I do work with deaf interpreters at my job, but not necessarily as myself.
For me,
Sorry, just a minute, Attorney Wood, the interpreters just.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So doing this it this way and working with a deaf interpreter was an interesting experience, and actually was fun and fascinating once I was able to get into it and really get into role. So I appreciate your patience with me. It was sort of just making things up on the fly as I was acting in my role. And this is Naomi. You actually were a great actor. I feel like that your responses are very similar to what I've seen in my interpreting experience working with other parents who are also going through TPR experiences as well. And Kelly is saying, thank you very much. And Attorney Wood?
Yes, well, a couple things. The thing with getting to a TPR point is, sadly, for my clients, they are at where this client was at. Like, I don't know what else to do. So that's part of what makes Zoom hard, is because you can't put your hand on somebody's shoulder. You can't, you know, you can't hand them a Kleenex when they start to cry. So that's one of the challenges of Zoom. But I'm also not familiar with what multi-pegging is. So if somebody could explain what that is to me, so that if this happens, I can ask or maybe assist the court in doing it.
Yeah, it's called multi-pinning or multi-pin, and it allows the user, the person who's receiving, you know, the interpreting services, or whoever, actually, anybody who wants to be able to see the box bigger. So, for example, if there was 15 people on the screen, the box, we only have 6 people on the screen right now, so the boxes are pretty big. You probably don't need to multi-pin necessarily, although if you're staring at the screen for a very long time, even the boxes with 6 people are very small to stare at to try to get communication access that way.
Okay.
So if you can pin more than, so you make the boxes bigger of the 2 interpreters or just 1 interpreter. So for, I'm not sure what Tanny Van, what Tanisha's character did, if she only pinned Naomi, the CDI, and you, Attorney Wood.
Yeah, so this is Kelly Nett. I did pin the certified deaf interpreter and Attorney Wood. However, right now in this discussion, I have Kelly Decker, who's interpreting right now, pinned, and then the rest of you smaller.
Okay.
And you can change it throughout the session. So you can switch out however many pins that you want at any time, given who's speaking or signing.
I do think this is a conversation to continue to have, but unfortunately we have run out of time, and I see you, Carrie, wanting to comment. But the interpreter team can take that and run with it for our debrief that we're going to have after this meeting is over. So hold on to your comment. We'll address that. Okay, I want to thank you so much, Attorney Wood, for doing this with us again. You're like our Project Climb champ. And we really, really appreciate you coming back on board. And Kelly, again, also another Project Climb champ, coming back on board with us.
Good night,
everybody.
Bye-bye.